What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Chazz Ellis, once again giving you the information that you asked me for. This is one that I've been getting over and over and over and over again, and I felt like I was going to have to go ahead and answer it for y'all ladies because y'all been asking me this question. I've been getting it like probably every single day from at least 2 people. So that's when I get the same question every day, eventually I got to answer it. And this one is, what men like in bed? Y'all been asking me this all the time. I'm like, man, I've thought about it and I wanted to do something that was going to be not what I wanted necessarily all by myself, but to kind of hit some points that men in general do like. So that's what I did here. And I put 5 things that men really like in bed. This is like pretty much universal. All dudes are going to pretty much want this type of situation. This has come from talking to a bunch of dudes. You know, we talk about stuff too, like, yeah, I wish my girl would do this, your girl do. You know, dudes talk about stuff like that too. And then, you know, girls that you might have hit back in high school or college or something like that, you know, something that stuck out to you in your mind or whatever. Dudes will talk about that too, because that's, I don't know, y'all might do the same thing, but that's just how we are. That's, you know, so that's where this comes from. Not just me, but a whole collection of what men basically think like. Anyway, first one. Foreplay goes both ways. A lot of women don't realize this, but men actually like foreplay too. But normally whenever we do foreplay, it's kind of like more us on you than you on us. And when I talk about foreplay, I'm not just saying like, you know, oral and all that kind of stuff, yada, yada, yada. I'm talking about just setting the mood for a guy for sex. Because, like, when we deal with a woman, we already know we got to set a mood for y'all to want to give us some. Especially in the beginning when we don't really know you that well and all that kind of stuff. But we already know, like, if we want to get with our own woman, we got to set a certain level of a mood. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a situation like just because we've been with you for 5 years doesn't mean that we just going to be able to just hit it whenever we feel like it. We're going to have to put, if we want you to be an active participant, we got to put in, get you in the mood and set a mood for you. So women have to understand that foreplay isn't just for you. You got to perform foreplay on the dude too. You want to get him in the mood. You want to make sure, because you know what your guy likes probably in terms of, you know, just it could be something as simple as, you know, just rubbing past him, giving him a massage, or something like that. Touching it somewhere other than just the penis. Because most of the time, the crazy part about it is women get mad about the fact that men just kind of go straight for it. But that's kind of what women do too. It's like, because you guys are horny, you expect that we just automatically going to be, which normally we are. But if you want to give it a little bit of a heightened feel, then, you know, giving them a more foreplay is going to make them feel better, make them feel more comfortable. If you want to make a dude just be like, damn, I'm into this. That's what you want to do. Do a little bit of foreplay, because that's what somebody did when we didn't know them. You did that before you met us. You gave us foreplay just by the chase. Like, we was ready to hit it. You know what I mean? Because of the fact that there was such a chase, there was a foreplay aspect to that. You know, now that you're with the guy, do a little bit of the teasing and things of that nature to get him ready to go. You know, so then by the time he does actually have sex with you, it's going to be even better for him. Don't be afraid to talk. That's number 2. Don't be afraid to talk. Now, some people just aren't comfortable talking during sex. And some people don't. Some dudes don't even like for you to talk during sex. But that doesn't mean that a dude doesn't like for you to talk as a precursor to sex. You know, maybe if you could talk during, some dudes really, really get into that, where you really like, you know, a girl saying certain stuff to you during sex. But listen to the things that he says to you. Some guys are more possessive in terms of the way they talk during sex. What I mean by that is, like, they'll be like, whose is it? Stuff like that. So when you're having sex with them, you know, telling them it's yours. Stuff like that. That's going to turn the dude on. Because you're already hitting the things in his mind that trigger him to be more turned on by you. Because he doesn't say those things because he doesn't want to hear that feedback. He says it because he does like to hear that feedback. So if you hear if a guy kind of like always wants to know how it feels to you, and that means you tell him how it feels. You start saying things like that. Like I said, some women, you know, they just can't get into that too much in talking during sex. So you can do some of those things before you actually start having sex. A lot of it, you also got to be comfortable with yourself too, so you can do some of those things, and you can kind of open up and be a little bit looser. Especially if you've been married to somebody, and you know you got a lot of years in, you got to put in more work, because sex just get old after a while if you don't do certain things. You can't just sit there and just do what you did back when you was in high school and y'all been married for like 5, 10, 15 years. I mean, it's not going to work. You know, they're going to expect more, and you're going to want more, or it's not going to be a turn on to you anymore. Number 3, make it special. Make it special. That is one of the major things that a lot of women do not do. That's like a lost art. The art of making it special. Anything you do for a man, especially if it's something that you've never done before, that is something you should make a big deal out of. I don't care if it's something as simple as you ain't never done that position before. You're like, oh, I don't ever do this. I've never tried this. What is this? Make a big deal out of the fact that you never tried it before and you've never done that before, because it makes him feel more special. The reason why sex is so important to men is because it's the fact that we don't feel like you'll just give it to anybody. And if we do feel like you'll just give it to anybody, then we don't want you. We want to feel special through sex. Sex is a way for us to feel like you're giving us something that just isn't for everybody. And that's how we feel good. That's why men don't like hoes. That's why you don't really see, like, a lot of guys, they'll have sex with a hoe, but they ain't really trying to wife her up because they just don't feel like it's special. They're like, well, you let everybody smash. You let my homeboy Doug smash last weekend. Now I'm supposed to wife you up? Get out of here with that. And we just not as turned on by it. Because it's like, you're not going to see a dude turned on in the line of the gangbang. He going to be like, oh, man, really? I'm about to hit this? I guess this pussy. I guess why not? But you ain't going to see a dude really just like hyped up about it in a line of the daggone gangbang. Because everybody is hitting it. Anybody with a number is getting that. So, but you give a guy something that he feels like is special, that's just for him, it's going to make him feel even better. And the more levels of special you can go to, the better he's going to feel. And the better he's going to feel, and more he's going to feel like it's just for him. Like he's winning some kind of prize or some kind of lottery. So let him know that when you do something that's just for him, let him know. Like, oh, I've never done this before. This is for you. I'm just doing this for you. I don't be doing this for everybody. I wouldn't do this shit normally now. Don't be telling your friends. I'm telling you, it makes him feel better. He's like, dang, man, she just did that for me. Like, she just really came up. Okay, that's what's up. Especially if he believes you. Number 4, take charge sometimes. Sometimes you got to take control of the situation. As guys, we like to have a certain level of dominance and things of that nature, but we like to feel wanted just like you do. I mean, think about it. What if you was walking around the house with a towel on and he didn't slap your ass? Or he didn't look? That's going to make you feel worse than anything. You know what I mean? You feel lower than the lowest when you got a dude that you can walk outside naked, or you can walk out of the house, in the house naked, and he don't even look. Like, he just watching Sports Center like, yeah, very good. Shit. LeBron, you crazy. He dunked on that dude, something awful. Boy. And then you walk past the TV and he's like, yeah. Girl, can you give me a beer? Shit. Oh, Kobe about to come back. That's going to make you feel bad about yourself. So he's probably feeling the same way when no matter what he does, you don't ever really seem to be turned on. So take charge sometime. Show him that you are turned on by him. That's a real big turn on to guys, to feel like you want it. If we feel like you want us, we're going to go nuts. We'll pretty much do anything. If we feel like that turns you on, that's going to make us, because men do have an ego. That's what makes us be able to hunt. That's what makes us be able to go after things, because we do have an ego. You meet a guy with no ego, whatever, that guy's a loser. So, I mean, it's messed up to say it, but you meet a guy with absolutely no ego, he's a complete loser. Because that's part of what makes a man work. Part of what makes a man be able to achieve the things that he does, is that there is an ego there. And if you make him feel that you want him because of a certain thing, that's going to make him want to do it more and more and more. You're like, damn, boy, when you do them push-ups, whew, he going to be in the house just doing push-ups for no reason. He might be mowing the lawn or something like that. You come outside, you're like, yeah, girl, you see me? Like, that's kind of how we think. men do things because we want you to be attracted to us. That's how we work. So take charge sometimes. Let them know that you are attracted to them, and let them know that you are turned on by them. Number 5. Find creative ways to dress sexy, not just lingerie. I see a lot of women do take the time out to get some lingerie and things like that. That's great, because it does show you're making some sort of effort. But take the time out to like actually figure out what his particular fantasy is, or what he's into, or what's attractive to him, or something that's not just, you know, the normal, I'm going to get some lingerie or whatever. Maybe something that you're doing a little bit different. Like he might like when you wear a sweat, like his sweatshirt or his shirt or something like that, and nothing under it, you know. Or you might wear some heels with nothing on. Dudes actually do like that. That's pretty bad, you know. When a chick is wearing some heels or something with nothing on, or wearing one of his shirts with nothing on under it. That's a turn on to a lot of dudes. Most of us. A lot of stuff is just kind of universal turn on to guys, but just find different ways to dress and do things that will turn him on. It's not just lingerie. Like, don't just go to the usual suspects every time you want to turn him on. Like, I'm about to just go buy some lingerie. Try different things, like, you know, to kind of heighten the mood for him. Maybe even if you want to do some role playing with him, especially if you've been together for a long time. Because a lot of people don't think outside the box, and they wonder why the sex gets stale. Put it to you like this. If you want to do some role playing or something, and you've been together for like 10 years, well, you scooping all the people who could have been with him for a day or so. You know, every girl that he slept with after 1 or 2 days, you just scoop them, because you're not going to role play with a chick you met yesterday. Like, okay, look, I'm going to be like the bad student, and you pretend to be a school teacher. It's like, nigga, I am a school teacher. That's nasty. Oh, I didn't know that, because I didn't know what you did for a living. My bad. What's your name again? You know, that kind of, you can't really role play with somebody you don't know. So you can use the fact that you've been together for a long time to turn them on, because you know him and you know what would probably turn him on, like some kind of fantasy he might have. And you can role play like that. So that's something you can dress like. You know, different things. Try to dress different ways and do different things other than just lingerie. So let's go back over the 5 things. Foreplay. Make sure you take charge of some of the foreplay too. Don't be afraid to talk. Things you want to say, things you want to do, and things like that, things you know turn the guy on, go ahead and say them. Number 3, make it special. Anything you're doing for him that you don't do for other people, let him know about it. Anything that takes some kind of special, you know, level to get it, make sure he knows about it. Take charge sometimes. Sometimes you do just have to let him know that you're turned on by him and you got to take charge. Find creative ways to dress sexy. Change it up a little bit. Don't just wear the lingerie all the time. You know, wear the lingerie, but do other things sometimes. Like I said, come out naked with just the heels on every once in a while. You know, some maybe, you know, all kinds of different things and different fantasies that dudes have. Try all of that. Hopefully I was able to help you. Once again, it's your man, Chazz Ellis. Hit me up on AskChazzEllis on Facebook. You can also hit me up on my blog at AskChazzEllis on blogger.com. Leave messages in my inbox. Make sure you go ahead and put some, you know what I'm talking about in the box below. I lost the word. So what? Also, like and subscribe. Peace.